Hello guys, I'm Basir and in this tutorial I'm gonna teach you how to show city temperature and image with React in a very amazing tutorial. Let's check the requirement of this project. What we are going to program is a weather report application in React that get a city name through a web form. There is a show button and reset button to show the temperature and for the given city and clear the city entered in the input box, and also change the background of a web page based on the given city. You can see a sample final version of this app here, and you can enter your city and press enter. You will see the temperature and humidity. Also, the background of this web page is a picture of Montreal. Let's do the project. Open VS Code in the console, create a new React app with this command. Create React app and enter your app name, React Weather app. Press enter and it takes a while to create your app, so please wait. Now we created the project. Let's go to the project folder, React Weather app, and open the project folder from here, File, Add Folder to Workspace, and select your new created folder and press Add. Okay, now we can start running the project with yarn start. Let's start programming with app.js. This is the start point of the project, and we want to remove unwanted tags, header and paragraph. We do not need them anymore. Press Ctrl S and your app will rebuild automatically. As you see, there is nothing in the web page. Open the console from Google Chrome menu, More Tools, Developer Tools, and have the console box open throughout the tutorial. Okay. The first thing we need is a form to get the city name from user. First of all, we need to install ReactBootstrap packages because we use these package elements in the React program. Create a new terminal and run yarn add react-bootstrap. You can check the website of this amazing package here. It gives us Bootstrap into the React, and you can use any element here. You see the tags and the results, and you can use them in your project. The next package we need is Axios package. Let's install Axios with yarn add Axios. This package send API requests to weather and image API. Very good. We have the all required package, and all is set to start programming. First of all, create a grid and delete the div and create a React Bootstrap grid, and inside the grid create a roof and inside roof create a column. We need to include or import this element from React Bootstrap package, grid, roof, and call from React Bootstrap. Let's see the result. You see, we have React Bootstrap here. We need to include the Bootstrap CSS into the index.html. Press React Bootstrap and click on documentation. Then copy this part of code into the index.html, which is located in public folder next to title. We want to put the element into the center of a screen, so add the class name, text, center. It's a Bootstrap class to put the data and element into the center of the screen. Also, we use MD6 for middle screen, cover the half of the width of a screen, and start from MD offset is 6. These two commands put the element inside the call at the center of the screen. Now it's time to create the form. We are using the form component of React Bootstrap, and we use the attribute inline to put elements next to each other. Close the form, and inside form we use form group and form control, and set the type to text, and place folder to enter your city. Close form control, then close form group. We want to create another group to show the button, form group, button, and we want to make it big, BS style, primary button, and BS size large. Its caption will be show and close the form group. there is a mistake. Duplicate. The type of show button is submit. Duplicate show button and rename it to reset and change the type of button to reset, and its style is default. As you can see, we have some errors and we need to include these elements from React Bootstrap. Form, control, form, group, and button. Change the MD offset to 3 to put the form in the center of the screen, as you see, and we want to put the element into lower. Also, we want to create a margin between the top of the screen and the elements, so we create another rule and set the style to margin top to 50 pixel. Close the rule and the results, and this is the result. Okay, we created a form. As you can see, it's completely responsive because we use the Bootstrap, and Bootstrap do the responsive part of web designing for us. The next step is to add the behavior to the elements. When we enter the city name, we want to access the city name through the states property of React. Let's make the width and height of the page to 100%. To do this, open app.css, and for HTML, body element and root ID set with to 100% and height to 100%. Now it's time to write the React part of application. First of all, we use states. So we need to define the initial state of our application. So I define a constant initial state, and it's an object with defined default values. The default city is empty, and default city image is the image of a specific city. You can use whatever you want, but I use this one. And we do not have any result right now, so it's an empty object. Now it's time to define the constructor of the class. Define the constructor of app component. And we have a parameter probes. We need to initiate this parameter, and it's time to define initial state. This state will be our initial state. So we can use the state inside the form. Here for form control, enter the city. We can set the value of this input box to this state.city. Also, we need unchange event when user change the input box. We need to react. So here we define this dot unchange method. Here we define unchange method, and we have the events parameter to access the value entered with e.target.value, and we want to set the state with set state to city will be, and after enter a new city, we need to reset the results. Very good. Also, we need to access this object inside the unchange. So we define the object, we define the unchange method in constructor and set it to and bind it to this element with this command, unchange bind this. With this command, we can use this inside the unchange method. Very good. We need another method to handle the submit process of form. When user click on show, we should find the weather and image of the entered city. So here we define onClick and set it to a method onClick and define onClick here, which has an event. Very good. And like unchange, we define onClick. We want to call a function from the app object, which is show report. So we need show report method here, which find the city from this state.city, and here we need to use Axios API request component to find the weather information. As you can see, we have used Axios get method, and this is the URL of getting the weather information based on the given city, and the then part fetch the result of API and put it into the REST object, and we use res.data.name for the name of city, res.data.name.temp for the temperature, and res.data.main.humidity for the humidity part, and put it in the result object of a state. Very good. If there is an error, we do not show the result, and visible is false. Okay, we need to define the result parts with alert BS style will be info, close the alert, and alert is a conditional rendering part of our application, because if this dot state dot result dot visible, we show the alert part, you see, and inside the alert part we want to create a report like this. This is the city name, temperature is, and this is the temperature, and humidity is, and this is the humidity. Very good. We created the report here, and through this API we can fill the state object of result. So check the result to see. Okay, we need to define Axios in the import from Axios. Also, we need to define the alert component in ReactBootstrap. Let's check the result. Great. Month, real, and show. As you can see, we have a full page refresh, and we want to prevent full page refresh. This command, e.prevent default you can see the result here. Montreal temperature is 19 and humidity is 78. Very good. We could be able to find the weather info of a given city with this API. As you can see in the XHR part of network, we can find out the other info about the weather report of a given city. We can have access to the cloud part, coordination, and the pressure, maximum temperature, minimum temperature, and very good and useful weather data could be accessed through openweathermap.org. Very good. The next part of this tutorial is about finding the image of a city through another API. I'll teach you in the other part of this tutorial. Have fun. Bye.